I recently made a sign as a wedding present made from scratch and totally hand painted. I started by sketching the letter styles, all custom to fit the space of the board, and moved on to the iPad to chop and change some forms and speed the process of retracing up. It says LewisBestival, which is an amalgamation of the two names, and Ival from festival because they're having a festival themed wedding. So I got the light pad out. This is a great tool for tracing, and I was able to perfect the letters even more and make sure the measurements were spot on. Retracing is a really good way to do this. The letter style in the centre was based on a font that was used throughout the wedding, so I wanted to recreate that in some way on the sign so it tied in. This is the board. The process wasn't shown for this, but the moulding was framed in the arch shape, which really neatens the edge, and then about 7 layers of paint went on, including primer and an undercoat. The gloss finish is fab. I didn't do this, but they did a really good job. So this is the to scale drawing, which I've attached carbon trace paper to the back of, so I can trace the design onto the board. You can just about see the marks when I pull it off in a second. Next, we get the brushes out. I've rinsed the grease off, which is how I store them. I've rinsed it off with white spirit, and I'm mixing up a nice orange colour as this is going to have a super warm tonal palette. It's time to paint using long-haired sign writing brushes that hold a fair amount of paint. This means you can pull really long strokes and you're not doing fiddly work and taking forever with it. So the gold leaf is out, but first I'm painting the area I want it to go on with gold size, which is an adhesive, and I'm tinting it with a little bit of colour so I can make sure I've not missed anything. While we wait for that to go tacky, I can paint the small letters underneath. So now the gold is being pressed on very gently, and voila, I'm back to painting letters again. It's a very meditative process. Dusting off that little bit of gold and painting the date on it now. I tried to mix the colours all across it so it was balanced. Nice ochre yellow going on. I'm adding more gold size for the border around the edge now. I'm putting this down first so I've got a gold strip, and then I'll be painting either side of it pink. Just finishing the touches in the centrepiece now, super thin pink lines to tie it all together. I actually got the inspiration for this from a stained glass window in Margate, and I spoke to the client and they said yes, that's a really good way to simplify this sun emblem we have in the centre. Look at that gold shining away. Now the gold's tacky enough, the size is tacky enough, I can add the gold. And yep, there we go, pulling it away. I actually did 2 coats on this to make it super pop. And here's the final piece. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really enjoyed making this and would love to do some more wedding signs. Thanks for watching.